We've got no time to talk about what's happening in the game, in the story of it, because we're getting straight into the action. Skeeto right now seeing the Izako Boars coming in towards the A side. He needs to peek out soon. He's playing from NBK, but doesn't get a single kill. That means that the player from Highway, that's crucial, needs to start stepping up, but instead he is left in the shadow of Surreal. Now, Norot on the other side versus 2 has to be able to get one quick kill before he can reliably get the bomb plant down, and Spellin might be the one revealing himself soon, but instead, Norot's been given free reign of the site. If he wants to go for the bomb plant, he can. He doesn't have too much time to work with, though. And now, fakes it out, hoping they peek, but it works against him. Crucial. Takes him down.
Well then, bit of a fast one there to start us off, but yeah, Surreal coming in with that clean 3k. Mentioned yesterday when we casted Epsilon, Tombiz and I think Surreal is kind of one of the higher rated players at the moment individually, and I believe he got like 25 kills or something in a game that they lost, so always reliable. It's just kind of, it seems to be an issue for Epsilon in terms of the team play. I have to admit, I have seen Izako Boars and their kind of rise a little bit to fame, but I've never casted this team, so it will be an interesting one coming into this. Obviously not the best of starts for them initially. They will, off the back of the bomb plant, just go for a few upgraded pistols and hope to buy up here into the third round with some nice AKs and things. Great flash coming in. Love to see a bit of team play, even if it is an easy round, quote unquote. But yeah, looks like they're not going to lose a single player here. Keep advancing forwards and ripping apart any chance that Izako Boars felt like they had taking down a gun or getting a bomb plan. Really clean stuff from Epsilon.
I think it's probably one of the most satisfying sights in the game whenever you see a massively MP9 dominated round succeed. It's just such a fun weapon, always jumping around, always pouncing into action. It's nice to see. Now, Epsilon, they do keep those same MP9s going for a while. Interesting double Molotov. Very aggressive play to take it over, and Surreal gets that kill. He's looking for more, but Keto's been attacked down early on. Surreal using that M4 very effectively, especially if they can recover the AK on the other side, which is what they're trying to do. Keto should be able to pick it up. Where is it? Oh, there it is. There we go. That's a great start to the round, though. I've never seen that play before. Very comfortable take of A main, throwing out an incendiary to make sure that one player can't already have gotten up close, and the other one, well, we can talk about that later, because it seems like Crucial's going ham as well with the MP9. 2 kills already.
Yeah, this would not be a great round for them to lose at this point, and I think it is certainly looking that way. Izako Boars bought a hell of a lot up into this one, whereas it was more of a bonus for Epsilon, and it's paying dividends right now. Looking like they're going to win this cleanly and just begin the domination very, very early on here on Cash. It's a map that certainly suits Epsilon, that's for sure. I know that one. Definitely a third coming through for Crucial there. I mean, he is just earning bank right now. So bored. The first gun round comes through. They don't pick up a single kill. They don't even get close. Clean
Look at their money
on the board from Epsilon. It's early days, but it's not looking great.
It's early days, but it's raining already, and you know what? We know the UK thrives in rain. You know, it's practically your native habitat.
I mean, it's okay today.
I quite like it, honestly. The rain's quite nice.
It can be, yeah. It can be. It's just kind of when it's in that day after day after day.
Oh, I guess, I suppose. That's true.
Yeah. But we've not, thanks to global warming, I guess, we've not had that so much recently.
Hooray for the climate dying and the planet with it. And, of course, Izako Boars is part of the planet, which is why they're also dying, it seems like. Epsilon continues dominance, and, well, that's going to be one way to do it. More and more money going their way. These MP9s, honestly, I talked about how it's fun to see an MP9 really dominate, but it seems like Epsilon is taking it one step further and completely crushing the opposition with the inferior weaponry. Matty's been left alone right here, and He's a player who's talked about quite a bit, but right now all the conversation might be stopping because he's brought down by Keto and his AK.
Well, a pause coming through, and yeah, I certainly feel like it is needed. Again, it is still early, but it is looking like if the trend continues, Epsilon are just going to dominate this first half. Izako Boars need to get around on the board quickly at this point. And Cash, I mean, it is a map where with a bit of thought you can bait out some early utility from the CTs. It's very easy because it doesn't require a lot on either side, but you know, you can get some early and then they won't have it into the latter stages of the round. Maybe work that B-bomb site particularly. That's where set pieces are a little bit better, I think. But the AWP, get it up on boost. Maybe an aggressive push towards A main or B main, but that can be risky. There's a lot of different options with Cash. I think that is one of the things here. You can play it as a team. You can maybe send an individual to run and hopefully pick up an early frag. And Izako Boars really could have the run of the mill here. They've certainly got the money to do so. It just kind of depends what they end up doing with it. Moment, you know, given the precedent, they don't seem to have too much of a game.
I need to Google where the phrase run of the mill comes from. Well, 4-0, and Izako unfortunately is on the receiving end of the nothing. And again, it seems like Epsilon want to keep going for aggression, but this time it's punished. Surreal gets one, but Brokey's there to back up his retreating teammate. Now, nice little Molotov will actually be allowing Brokey to shut the door on the upper. Nexic been forced back, and it kind of comes down to what Pelin wants to do over here, because he can push out and take a lot of ground. These players on A are not healthy at all. Surreal, what are you doing? You've got no HP whatsoever to speak of. And yet he still keeps on going. I don't know if that's smart, but you know what? It's brave, and I like bravery. Commendable, I suppose. Now, Izako Boars not that brave though. They've decided to go over towards highway instead. Brokey's still in good position to take a few of them down. He's playing that highway pretty effectively, but Nexix found one. Crucial's been taken apart. There's 35 seconds left on the clock. They have to commit towards A, and that's why you see Pelin getting as aggressive as he is, because he knows if he can get that one kill, that one bomb that's all the way back, then he can completely shut down this round. So Epsilon, they might even be massacred on the site, but Pelin, if he's in good position, he could still win them this round. Surreal does have that AK. Brokey, it's all on you. Surreal knows that there's another man coming in from behind, but he doesn't have the HP to work around. It's Brokey, gets a great shot off, and now it's a 2 versus 1. Brokey just needs to keep himself alive. 8 seconds left on the clock. Molotov goes out. It'll be forcing out Norod as well, but he does get the bomb plant down. 5-0 Izako Boars. This is the worst possible start they could have had.
Yeah, that's very true. To be fair, it's not going well at all. I mean, slightly more competitive there in that round. They do manage to drop 3, but like, it's just not really doing much for them. You can even see from the frags in these first 5 rounds, they've just really not had a very competitive edge to them. Get the bomb down, and obviously the loss bonus is going to be at max, so that brings in 4,200 thereabouts, which is enough to buy up, especially if they had a little bit left in the coffers. That is so unlucky for Esea. Crucial, very lucky indeed to escape, but again, kind of smacks of desperation that someone goes to that very early aggressive peek in towards middle. If it doesn't work out, I mean, it's just really not going well right now for Izako Boars, is it?
Keep an eye on Keto. He could actually drop down and do a lot of damage over here. But in the meanwhile, action's happening on the other side because Pelin's found 4 kills early on. Peeks in. Great flashbang to allow him to do that. And that lets Epsilon go to 6. But very quickly, Scrib, I really like this setup that they've got going on towards A. With the early default from CT side aggression, which they throw out those 2 Molotovs. Have you seen that one before on a slightly higher level team? Because I'm very intrigued to see how that would work out or how teams would try to counter that one. It does use a lot of utility early on, I suppose. 2 Molotovs is not a small deal, but it's very effective.
Yeah, it's interesting to see. Again, theory crafting always ever present. Team. And kind of your online matches are probably the best place to pull them out. Sure, it is a league and it's nice to get as many points as possible, but at certain times kind of need an arena where you can test out new theories and new game plans. And there's just slightly less risk associated when it comes to the online fears and things. But I suppose in a game that they sort of need and that they would like to take, maybe not the best place, but it's better than pulling it out at LAN, to be fair.
Is this round not going to be reset? It's 5 versus 4.
Yeah, maybe, to be fair. I guess it depends on Izako Boars. Do they want to reset it? Damage has been taken and they've not said anything, so I guess they didn't want to. Maybe they didn't even notice that he dropped out. Bit weird. Suppose he has all the money left. It's mainly just kind of a throwaway round for them, or at least in theory.
Well, I suppose it is what it is, but hopefully this isn't signs of an early demoralized Izako Boars. That wouldn't be too good for us, or for them, for that matter. Now, they do have themselves an AK, but Matty might want to maybe throw it over to Patatek or Nexic. Speaking of Patatek and Nexic, both of them pretty quiet. As I say that, though, other than Matty, they've all been pretty quiet. Not too many kills across the board for the Boars. Now it's a 3 versus 2. This is the most competitive round we've seen so far. Brokey. Ooh, keep careful, Brokey. Misses that shot. And now they need to go for the retake together. Surreal's in a good position. Could take down Patatek. If he just moves a little bit further, he sees where Patatek is. So Patatek is forced to reposition himself. Patty gets one. Crucial's down. And now he can put himself into his place. Instead, Nexic in the meanwhile takes down Brokey, who's up top on Heaven, leaving Surreal. 1 versus 2. Good Molotov to turn it into 1v1. Knows Patty's position, but Patty comes out on top. And Izako Boars in a 4 versus 5 come through with their first round.
Better late than never, I suppose, but now the pressure is perhaps even harder to deal with at this point. Get reset here, it's pretty much probably would be looking at like a 9-1 scoreline, to be honest. We'll have to see. It depends on bomb plants and all that good stuff, but now comes the true test. You know, you've won your 1 round. Maybe there is a little bit of complacency from Epsilon because it has been so dominant early on. Can you keep this ball rolling? Question that we asked to Izako Boars, and at the moment it's looking pretty good for them. It's a slightly more decisive setup. They will lose a player in middle, but they've gained A site control. The retake in full flow for Epsilon. They really do need to pull something out of the bag here, and with 2 AWPs, it's not really going to be ideal. They've got a great deal of utility for sure, but like, this is a hard one. Been so much time for the T side to get into really good post plants right now. They need to find an open pick, and soon, before that bomb ticks down too far.
This could even be just a decision to save and go for exit frags. Izako's money isn't great, and while Epsilon, they're looking pretty healthy, but it's always nice to maintain that double op. However, it seems like exits aren't enough for them. They're going to be keeping on going through. Crucial, though, gets taken down, and that leaves only 1 op on the field. Spelen and Brokey, both of them, will be keeping themselves alive, but they do manage to take down everyone on Izako Boars. So this could be a big win to come through on Epsilon's side. If they take this round away, we're looking at maybe even 11 rounds from them.
See here, I mean, the money not great for Izako Boars to fight, having won that round, having won 2 in a row. Nice flick coming in from Crucial. Dutchman, of course, manages to find a great flick, been on the AWP for quite some time. But to be fair, they'll be happy to allow an AK back into the hands of the player that was on the Deagle, but of course another kill going to come through in towards B main. This is really good from Epsilon. Early pick, they capitalized with some great aggression. 3 people pushing into B main there. Trade was at least going to come through. They don't need it though. It's 5 versus 3 very early on, and Epsilon have bounced back here to figure out how to shut down Izako Boars before it gets too out of hand. We'll see though. The hit coming in towards A. Again, it looks like they're going to get A control, but what are they going to be able to do with it this time? Spellan. Oh. 4x3 maybe? I'm not so sure what that was. So yeah, we get caught severely off guard, and now all on to Neeks. The only one left will get taken down. So the bomb plant was in from Izako Boars, as you can see, but to no avail really. And again, they won 2 in a row. They weren't clean, however, and now they're back onto the eco scenario.
See, that's where that round where Epsilon was able to sacrifice 2 of their players to take down all 5 of Izako's. Even if Izako wins that round, that is deadly. Now, sure, they can get a buy-in if they, well, if they double eco realistically right now, they can get a full buy-in. But maybe if they can get a bomb plant through, they can still get a buy. But Epsilon right now, their position is unparalleled. You don't want to be anywhere if not here. They could so easily just put this game underneath lock and key. They've got complete control right now. Spellin finds the first, Spellin finds the second, and now it smokes across the board. It seems like this should be a done deal already. Now keep in mind, Maddie is here, so he should have been able to get more than one, but they respond too quickly. The element of surprise not quite enough for him to get 2, and in the meanwhile, B-side gets cleaned up by the rest of Epsilon. 8-2, and the Boars don't have money to go for a full buy. So they could eco it out again, maybe get out a few P250s and some... what? Yeah, you're the analyst.
I mean, what am I supposed to do with that?
What is he supposed to do with that?
I have no idea. I think he's literally, yeah, he's going to get rid of it. DZ from somewhere. I feel like it was a misbuy.
Are you sure? What's going on in this? Is this a rebuy? Is this a remake?
I don't think so. I think they're just very disheartened right now, to be honest. Mistakes all over the shop, just not clean from them. Suppose it is late in the evening. Maybe they've had some after work drinks or something like that. I'm really not sure.
It's 7:30 in Europe. No, actually, it's even early. It's 6:30 in Europe. Never mind.
Yeah,
well, you know what? I think it's showing right now. Kiro finds one. Paridek and Niaksik, though, don't care too much about their teammate who's gone down in front of their very eyes. They keep on rolling through the CTs. Great grenade, though, and that's where that stab in the back really comes into play. Spellen takes advantage of that. Norot, though, almost getting a response. Now it's down to Brokey. What can he do? Spellen. 35 seconds. Where are they going? Oh my god, Brokey got the self boost. Did you see that? I hope that was caught on camera. That was very nice to see. But Brokey, okay, never mind. Brokey's why? Why are you back after you get a self boost? What's going on here? This round makes no sense.
I think they have to move in together. I think is the plan with that one. As it is kind of a doable scenario, right? Great return peak coming in from Norot, but no real idea of where Spellan is. He's making so much noise. What is that? That's an insane headshot. Could be a third round for Izako Boars, but goodness me, it was a bit lucky towards the end for sure. But after such a questionable start, I guess they'll be happy to get it.
These rounds make no sense to me. Izako Boars, the last time they won a round, well, the first time they won a round was also when one of their players had disconnected. Now they get a Nigav and just drop it down, knife one of their own players, which causes them to die while planting the bomb, and suddenly they say, you know what, hey, yeah, we've won. I don't know, man.
You and me, buddy.
It's a hard life, Scriv. It's a hard life.
It certainly is. What is going on? Like, I don't understand.
Can we get like an admin in here or something? Like, I don't know, guys. I don't know. Huh. Alright. There's a smoke. Okay, well, at least the smoke is thrown, right? So, okay, back to the game. Surreal's taking control of A main. So they know it's probably not going there, but they still want Brokey to be around in the vicinity just in case it's from highway. Skeeto is in a good position to, finds one and backs off immediately, which allows Surreal to get the second one through as well. Now, there are still 2 more players here, so Surreal's work isn't done, and neither is Keto's, but Keto has been put to rest, and so will Surreal. Leave a job undone, and Brokey has to step up because of it. Brokey finds a first. Trigger discipline's there, but he decides against it. Knows that there could be a man behind him at any point, so he peeks out wide and takes down Nyxik.
Well, and there it comes once again. Epsilon managing to stop Izako Boars from getting their feet off the ground. Again, some weird moments in that round, but it just seems Epsilon have got a really good read here. And Izako Boars as well mentally do not seem to be in the game. They're not solidly clear on the game plan right now. It's and sometimes that craziness works out. That's why they've gotten a few rounds on the board here. But for the most part, Epsilon are able to stop the chaos. This is a little bit more thought out, though, and it's a retake setup from the CT side. So a couple kills going to get traded back and forth. Bomb plant to come in once again, but it's now the superior weaponry and that vast amount of utility that is available for Epsilon that should carry them on through here. Just a flash and a Molotov remains for the T side. They are happy to let all these smokes dissipate right now and just slowly make their way in. They've got plenty of kits, plenty of room. They'll manage to find another kill. The Molotov by the team a bit more time, but unfortunately not going to prolong their lives. All on to Matty, and he is only good for 1. Easy enough for Epsilon. It's a little bit costly, to be fair, but they get a 10th on the board nonetheless, hitting double digits, and they've got an opportunity to make this even worse for Izako Boars going into their second half.
That's always the problem you have when you're running a double op setup and you manage to reset the opponent's economy. It's like a bit of a first world problem, but more often than not, you will be forced to go for a retake setup. Allows them to get a bomb plant down, but in this case, Izako Boars, their economy has just been destroyed time and time again to a point where the bomb plant doesn't really impact them that much. Now though, off to mid they go. Crucial? Ooh, Crucial's got the spot, but Brokey's got the shot. And now Brokey keeps on going. He's looking for more, but Maddie manages to take him down. Leaves Spellin to do the dirty work. And instead Spellin, well, he's been brought down pretty substantially, don't get me wrong. So Maddie, things are not much easy for him yet, but he gets a nice shot to at least go out with a bang. 11-3, Epsilon keeps it rolling, and, well, Izako, they're at their last chance.
Let's see if the carnage can ensue again. Coles can pull something out of the bag, maybe soften the blow slightly, but it's still an incredibly good half right now from the easy side of Epsilon. Nice bit of utility usage, and it's all very, very fast, but again, there's no one in at middle. Epsilon happy to allow them that control. Cost them very, very little. So, not the end of the world. Meanwhile, as you can see, there's hardly any utility remaining now for this T side, so this is about to be a bit of a bloodbath, perhaps. Crucial will find one, manages to stay alive. Helen in from above, takes down 2 on the organ. It's all falling apart. Izako Boars, great job on the mid control, but what are you going to do with it? That's the question, and obviously nothing would seem to be the answer.
What are you going to be doing with this half, though? 12-3, man. And Epsilon have looked very good despite incredibly sketchy performances. I'm not gonna lie, I'm very impressed by their CT side on Cash.
I don't know. I think it's fairly simple, and they just understand what control they're giving away and how to react around that. You know, there were a few rounds, like I say, that were a bit crazy. That Izako Boars were able to come out on top of. Some that were a bit crazy that Epsilon, you know, got a good read on. They used their utility really well, especially when you're taking A. And everything just seemed to fall into place a lot of the time. Not trying too hard to overcompensate things, you know. they would let smokes dissipate, they would let some utility come out from the T side, and then they would move in. You know, they wouldn't just be like, oh, we've lost 8 guys, we've got to recover it, and one guy would go in aggressively and die, and then lose the man advantage and, you know, not use any utility. They played it smart, they played it safe, and paid off in the end.
Well, it's time for Izako to try and do the same. They've got one set of utility, they've got the CT side, and they've got a chance to get some wind in their sails, to get to hit the floor with their feet running. They need this pistol round to do that, though. An Epsilon Fast A seems to be the name of the game. Batatech and Norot both playing from NBK and Quad respectively, while Techek plays up close and personal. Epsilon could be running into the meat grinder here. Ooh. Interesting. Brokey making a lot of noise, but Boars not really making a move so far, except for Matty, who surprisingly enough is going the other way completely. Now comes the play. Incendiary chucked into Quad as well, so they should be able to find a few kills over here. Completely wrap up this site. Norot being burnt down, but Techek's found 3, and that means that this could be under lock and key because they've lost the bomb. And Surreal, he's far in, he's deep, and he could be taken down. He's waiting for his teammate to come through from behind. Crucial is here. Crucial needs to start putting up shots, and he finally does. Techek now alive, needs to go for the ace clutch and can't get the job done. Surreal finishes him off 13-3. Izako can't really get it done.
Yeah, I think that's quite possibly the story for this entire game. Sometimes they've come close, but just in those clutch situations they seem to fall flat. And it is their opponents to take the rounds in the most part. And it's a little bit sad to see. You know, they've had some good opportunities, can't really capitalise well. See here though, they've got a B stack. Maybe Epsilon walk into it, but by the looks of things that's not going to happen.
Epsilon look very comfortably far away from the B stack. Diacek is realizing, and he's saying, guys, maybe I should take the CZ and rotate over to a long range angle. He is lucky enough that he gets close, though. This puts him in a place where he can get some damage. Crucial, finding Batatech isn't a great start, but Tishek at the very least shouldn't be brought down by the flames just until he has a chance to fire off some shots. Unfortunately, those shots missed, and Brokey and Keto come out with a few kills of their own with the Mac 10s. Now, there are some responses from Niexik and Norot, but not very useful, are they? Niexik now looking for one more, but at the end of the day, can't get it done. Now, Izako, probably their last chance in this game, their last buy round in this game. If they lose this one out, Epsilon should be able to walk away with this one.
Well, I think this is definitely an F's in chat moment. Really, really sad stuff to see at the moment. Like, it just... Oh, it's just kind of hard. I think it's a firepower thing ultimately, but also like Izako Boars just really not ahead in this game. I think we've seen that in a few of the rounds. That's a nice little find. There's a sort of dink for dink trade. I think Norot getting dinked through the wall though, and will come out on top of that exchange. Kill to come through the AUG, of course, ever deadly. The laser beam. I think one of the main issues with the AUG for me that I'm seeing more and more is the spray transfer is a lot cleaner than the M4s. Of course, as well, another kill to come through. It's going to be a recovery scenario right now for Epsilon. They have managed to win one back, but that player on the boost is so hard to deal with. It's all going to be onto Brokey. I mean, he's pretty decent, to be fair, so far this game, but not quite that good, unfortunately. So there you go, Izako Boars. They get their first round in the second half. Manager 4. Can they get any more? That's the real question here.
I just opened the scoreboard right now, and I noticed that the entirety of Epsilon has been doing such a good job of splitting up kills across the board. It's beautiful to see. Who's generally their star player? I would imagine it's got to be Surreal, right?
Yeah, I mean, I would say so. And then you got Crucial on the AUG, pretty decent as well. Spellon, I feel, is probably taking a bit more of an in-game leader role. It's difficult to tell at the moment. It's still a relatively newish lineup. But Surreal, yeah, I would say is the star player. With a bit of help from his friends, of course.
Always nice to have those. Friends, that is. Teshek. Good position from him. Should be able to find two, but Surreal just walks through the smoke and gets the kill immediately, leaving it all to Matty to try and clean up from up top, and Matty does a great job of finding two, and that puts down the bomb as well. 14-4 might be turning to 5 very soon because Brokey, well, he might not be able to do the heavy lifting once Matty gets out of the smoke, and that's what's happening right now, but the bomb does get planted, and Matty does get taken down. Niexik with an AWP versus 2. Brokey and Spellen. Both in great positions for a crossfire, so theoretically Niexik shouldn't be able to win this one out, especially with Spellen doing just that. Niexik does get taken down, 15-4. Izako put up a fight. Matty did what he could, but at the end of it all, Epsilon do just come straight through.
Well, very weak buy coming into what could be the final round here for Izako Boars. See if they can find anything more, but 11 rounds in a row is a tough ask for any level of team, you know, across all tiers of Counter-Strike. It is a tough one here, to be honest. Nothing really coming early on. Epsilon playing very, very passive, playing to catch off some aggression, and also themselves not giving anything away too easily. We will manage to find that first pick. The melt comes in, and it's going to be the bomb site right before taking. There's another couple to follow. It's all going to be on Norok. Now just Niexik. Don't really see him finding this one. A 1 versus 5. Going to get taken down by the first man that he meets. So 16-4.
Yeah.
Pretty surprising.
Yeah. The scoreline definitely is. I didn't expect it to be that one-sided. Epsilon come out punching, but I think I've got something slightly more important in my mind right now. Scriv, has anyone ever told you look like James Corbin?
Yes, I get that. I get that a lot. I get that a lot.
You know what? We need to get an MDL karaoke going sometime. I'm sure Jordan, our producer, won't allow that to happen. So for now, we're gonna get negotiations going with him, but we'll be back with some action, Counter-Strike, and maybe even karaoke. Though, like I said, I feel like production might be out on that one.